Hey everybody, it's Aquila, and this is episode 224 of a Lefty Knitter podcast. I'm sorry I've been a little absent and I haven't put out a regular episode every week. If you were watching at all on my channel, I put out a video every day for Socktober, and I cranked something on my circular sock machine every day. It was a little insane. I am still recovering from my, I had like a seasonal allergy type cough going on, so that's fun. But if you're new here, welcome to my channel. Let me say that. Welcome to my channel. I'm a knitter. I'm a crocheter. I love anything to do with yarn and fiber and etc. And I try to post once a week. I try to record clips through the week because sometimes it's a little hard to record one full clip and post it. But that's what's happening today. But that's not always the case here. So, and then welcome back to any of my returning viewers. And thank you so much to everybody that watched all the videos and you don't even have a circular sock machine. Pause one moment because my cat's trying to eat a cone of yarn. Also, if you're new here, family interrupts, including cats. So we are a cat household. We currently have 2 kitties, kids, husband, the whole gamut going on here, so welcome. Today is November 3rd. It's a Friday, and I'm going to show you guys pretty much a lot of cranking stuff, and then I'm going to talk about a little bit of a haul. So I don't have any actual hand knit finished items for this episode, so I apologize, but I do have some stuff to show you guys. So let's get started. During my cranking journey, I was trying to show different varieties. So I have an Erlbacher Gearhart, if you don't know, and I try to show different varieties of things that you could do on the machine. Most people are making socks, and that's fine. So a lot of people wanted to see the ribber. They wanted to see how you do changing colors and different kind of heels and toes, etc. Blah blah blah. All the things. And I do not find myself an expert on this machine. It's right here. So I'm looking at Ida right now. That's Ida B. Crankin'. That's her name. I don't consider myself an expert. I have put a lot of time and hours into this machine, and I feel like I know a little bit. So let's just get started. So I don't know the particular order that I'd cranked any of these, so I'm just going to show you guys. Oh, I don't have... Well, you're going to see real quick a new item that I did purchase. I'm very sad I don't talk about that later, but I'm going to use my new sock blockers. So I just want to, I'm only going to use one right now because I don't want to, well, again, I'll tell you in a little bit. So this sock is a fleechy sock, and I was demonstrating how to do a mock rib with a hung hem. So you do the hung hem and it's all mock rib. So this is a 3x1, so it's 3 knit stitches, 1 purl, and on the machine to do that you remove every 4th stitch. I took them out, I rehung the ones that didn't have anything. I put a cylinder stitch in to make it the full 64, then continued the heel and the foot. I could have continued the mock rib down the top, I just didn't do that. That might be in another video, but I have 2. Some of these projects I haven't got around to finishing the second sock. I will, I promise, I just haven't. So let's see. Then I showed in the last episode, I made a mummy, but I wanted to do a more traditional doll on the machine, so here's my more traditional looking doll. My daughter loves these so much. She's got a cute little picot skirt. It almost reminds me, I had run out of yarn before I finished the skirt, and it reminds me of the flapper dresses that came down like further than your hips. Like that's kind of what that looks like to me. And then she has some shorts on underneath, some breeches. So she's really cute, and then she's just got a cute little beanie happening right here. I didn't do any embellishments on her like hair or face or anything. All right, then I did a rib. I wanted to show people how you do a real rib with the ribber on the machine. This was Theresa of Pretty Twisted Yarns. This was her sock club. Oh, and I did something a little different, so I'll show you guys. So this was a 1x1 rib. I used the ribber. This was using, I don't remember if this was an E-wrap cast on. I think it was. So E-wrap cast on, and then I knit the leg. I knit the heel. And then for the toe, instead of doing my toe, normally I do the toe on the bottom, so it's on the front of the machine, and then you Kitchener the top. I did it on the back of the machine so I could have my stripes continue on the top. It does make this stripe a little bit thicker, but I'm totally okay with that. So I don't have the second one of this cranked, but this was one of her mystery, I think it was like August, and it was like Halloween in August type title. I can't remember. Sorry, Theresa. Okay, and then this sock was a sock set from Fiber Nymph Dye Works, and this one I was showing color changes on heels and toes. So this was another series that you can't get anymore. It was the Backyard Bird Watchers, and you got a different color, and you could order a 50 gram or a 100 gram skein. I did a 50 gram with the 2 minis, and this was like the cardinal. So it's the cardinal colors, the beak, and then the cardinals have like this green too. So yeah, this was really, these are fun. I have, I think the series was like 4. So I have 4 of these to different colorways, the Backyard Bird Watchers. I don't have the second one done of this, but color changes on the machine are not difficult. You just have to pay attention to what you're doing. So, you know. Then I was trying to do a traditional toe-up sock on the machine, and if you have seen the machines, you do the toe and then you hang the stitches of the whole toe and then you use a weight in the bottom. Well, I did a non-traditional toe-up sock and I left it open, so I just had to Kitchener at the end. So I did my short rows all at the beginning and then I closed it up after I was done with my sock. So this one was a toe-up sock, so I did toe-up and then I did my heel, a little bit of a leg. I was just using yarns I had left over, and then a reverse hung hem. It's still really a hung hem, but you have to somehow bind it off, and I just did a crochet bind off on the inside with the live stitches, and I do have 2 of those. This one was a fun one because some people use Lycra in their machine and some people do not, so this was a comparison of this. They both have Lycra. This one has been washed and this one has not, so you can tell the size difference, but the Lycra, it doesn't actually make it shrink, like it's not felting it, it's sucking it up, like I can't explain, but once you put it on, it will stretch back out to your foot. So I have these done, I just didn't wash the second one. Then I did a tuck stitch. This was this was the last day. I don't have my tufted mittens. John actually took them with him for his trip, his work trip. So these are a tuck stitch on the machine. And then it's just a hung hem sock. This was really thick yarn that I don't know what it was. I was gifted it. Got it in a D-stash somehow. But I do have 2 of these. I just have to close the toe, and I ran out of the gray, which they're mine, and they'll be like in boots anyway. So, all right, so I have a few acquisitions to show you. I'm sorry that this isn't more actual hand knitting. It just wasn't doable. It just wasn't doable. I had a lot going on, and a lot of also other stressors happening, and life just wasn't allowing me to do a whole lot. After I was doing my cranking videos and then editing, and I wanted to knit, and I did put, I actually have a new project that I don't have to show you, but it's not much, so I'll show you that in the next episode. It's a crochet project. It's a Tony Lipsy shawl, so I'm very excited. I love doing, and it's not Tunisian though. I want to do a Tunisian one, but this is just a regular crochet. But I'm also I am excited about it because it's a 1 skein. Well, I shouldn't say it's 1 skein because the skein I have is hefty, and that's why it's 1 skein. This skein was like 700 or 800 yards. It was crazy. Okay, so I am not going to go into what happened in the whole festival that happened in New York. Not going to talk. I wasn't there, so I reposted all the shops that were at the festival for people to, you know, buy from them. The lists, there was lots of lists going around, and then I knew there was going to be quite a few at Frederick. Frederick Fiber Festival is a festival here in Frederick, Maryland, and they do it twice a year. There's a spring and a fall show, and it was the next weekend. So there was a lot of vendors that were vending here. So I ended up, in my head driving there, I really was like, oh, I could do my speed questions with vendors. I could interview each one of them just saying, who are you, your shop name, and show me your favorite color or something. Like, I had all these ideas in my head. But then as I was driving there, I just know all the emotions were probably still really, everybody was still raw. It was very fresh. And I just didn't, in the end, I didn't feel comfortable doing that. I know it's exposure for them, but it's also like they don't know me, one, and they've already just had this experience. And because they don't know me, they don't know what I might be trying to do. So I wasn't gonna do that. I didn't want people to have extra feelings about things. Like, I didn't want to cause any extra feelings. So I chose just not to do that. I chose to just talk to as many vendors in general about products, just whatever I went in the booth and saw and whatnot. And so, yeah. Sorry, hair just got caught in my glasses. That's always fun. Okay, so I have some things to show you, and then that's going to be the end of this episode. I haven't even had TV time or book time or anything. I just kind of listened to the You're Gonna Die Out There podcast because there was new episodes and it was just easy listening. So if you don't listen to that podcast, it's very good. So Fangirl Fibers was there. I ended up going to their booth because I wanted the doodle cards, and I was really excited that they were able to bring some of the doodle cards. Now, the doodle cards are from Pacific Knit Co., I believe is their name. It's on the bag. I should just tell you that. Yes, Pacific Knit Co. So I ended up going to their booth and getting the Autumn Doodle card pack. Pause again. Ooh, that cat. That three-legged cat. Okay. The Autumn Doodle pack. This is very exciting. They don't have the monster doodle pack. So all their doodle packs you can buy online. You can buy it in physical form or you can buy PDF form. So if cost is an issue for you or you just like PDF format, you can buy the PDF format just so you're aware that you don't have to buy the physical deck. So I bought these because I wanted them. I bought a sticker that's on my water bottle already that says wool and it's got like knitting needles on it. And then that was from Fangirl Fibers. And then I bought more Rebel Women because I've been obsessed with Star Wars stuff lately because I finally got Disney. And so yeah. And then I purchased the bats. Their bats. Let me tell you my horror story. My horror story is I get home, I'm taking all my stuff out of my book bag, and I dropped one. I dropped one and it broke. I have since super glued it, but the super glue, it's holding, but it made it, I don't think I can really sand this down either, and I'm not worried about it. It broke on the foot. It broke right here. I fixed it, and for aesthetic purposes of putting a sock on it and hanging it on my wall, it's totally fine. But it is kind of foggy. You probably can't tell, but it's kind of like foggy from the super glue. It was my own fault. I dropped it. Okay, and then I bought, Amy's Trinket Shop was one of the vendors, so I did hit up their booth. I got Be a Nice Human. I just thought that was accurate for all situations in life. Let me throw these back in my bag. And then I ended up getting 3 skeins of yarn. One, the Yarnsmith, I thought I've seen them before. These two that I want to talk about were not at the festival. And then one is. So let me show these. This is Neat a Little Christmas. This is Yarnsmith. And I just thought this was super beautiful, and I always need Christmas socks. So these are going to be Christmas socks for myself. I already, I have plans, so that's great. And what was really, all of their show colorways, they had a fall show colorway and 2 Christmas. One more on like the winter side of Christmas and then Christmas. They were $20. What? So I got that one. And if you know me, I'm a lover of green. And then this was the show colorway for At Haynes House, who is a local dyer here, Virginia, I believe. They're in Virginia. They now have The Gathering. What is the name of the shop? Oh my goodness. I'll try to remember and link it down below. At Haynes House, they now own a shop, brick and mortar. And this is their DK base. It's 100% superwash merino and 231 yards, and it's called Wearing All the Samples, and they always do a little description, so let me read it for you. At Haynes House Yarns colorway story. Emmanuel was cold one year at Frederick Fiber Fest, so he put on all the samples he could. Wearing All the Samples is the name of the color. And look at it! If this isn't me in a nutshell, I don't know what is. Okay. And then the last vendor was at the festival that we aren't speaking about, and, well, we are speaking about, but you know what I'm talking, you know what I mean. Okay. Fistelfink Fiber, and I love making John hats. He loves his hats. He loves all his hand knits. I'm very, you know, I'm grateful to have people in my life to knit for. And this is called Tobacco Leaf, and it's a DK 8-ply, 100% superwash merino, 265 yards. I was between this and another colorway, and I ultimately went with this one. I was trying to find colors he doesn't have in hats already, because he has quite a few. So this was the color I ended up choosing. So if you have the means to support vendors that you know what happened to them. Do that. And if you don't have financial means, just share their stories, share their products, share whatever they're putting out on social media. You can do that. And that is also helpful because not everybody always has financial means. And I mean, I probably shouldn't have bought all this. I have this, but I have projects for all of them. The green one is going to be a hat for myself. So, see? Boom, boom, boom. Socks, hat. Done. I have projects. But I just hope everybody is out there taking care of themselves the best they can, checking in on others, doing the thing, you know, doing what makes you happy. And I really can't wait to get back to normal schedule, although it's not going to be quite normal yet. Back to a more normal schedule with the holidays coming. Who knows what that's going to bring. But, sorry. I had notification. Okay. On that note, please take care of yourselves. Knit all the things that make you happy. Do all the things that make you happy, whether that's scrolling through social media, knitting, playing puzzles on your phone, whatever that is. Reading. I love reading. Do that, okay? And peace, love, and happy knitting. Until the next episode. I'll see you guys then. have anything.